Hey, what's up all, it's Jono here and welcome back to the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. So, last time I completed the first Spyro game, of course being just simply Spyro the Dragon to 120% completion as well as getting all of the skill points. So now it's time for me to move on to Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. But it was also known as Gateway to Glimmer in some countries, including here in the UK. But in the Reignited version, it's just known as Ripto's Rage by default. And, well, personally, I have a lot of fond memories of Spyro 2 because this was actually the first Spyro game I played when I was younger, back when it was originally on the PlayStation 1. In fact, it wasn't until I got a PS3 that I ended up playing the very first Spyro game. But Spyro 2 was definitely Spyro 2 was my first venture into this series, and compared to the first Spyro game, Spyro 2 expands on a lot of things. Most of the levels are bigger, there's a lot of variety in terms of things to do, as well as new collectibles, as well as the introduction of a variety of characters that we will see in other future Spyro games. So, let's just dive right on in to Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. And once again, in the world of dragons. And another thing I should mention is, in case you didn't see me play through the first Spyro game, I am playing the Switch version of the Reignited Trilogy.
Is this rain ever gonna stop? I've forgotten what the sun looks like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores, yeah! I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt. How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork!
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto more angry.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
But you saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, and teeth like this, and they can spit fire like this. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon!
Huh?
Whoa, rough landing. Hi, which way's the beach? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Well, well, someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons! Yeah! Crush! Kill it! Kill it! Go, you imbecile! You ate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who was that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
Just seems to be the way, isn't it, Spyro? But yeah, it's already expanding a lot on compared to the first Spyro game. We have quite the storyline rather than just simply existing and then all of a sudden Nasty Nork gets angry. We've actually got a bit of a purpose. So, we've ended up going into a new world and, well, looks like there's some trouble. So you know what? Oh, bless you, Spyro. So, let's see what's going on.
Hi, Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and started stealing all of our gems. Can you stop them?
Well, I'll see what I can do, Pogo. But, as well as new characters that make multiple appearances in games, we're also getting to see more variety of, like, NPCs, because in the last game, it was pretty much just dragons as well as just generic, like, Nork enemies. Now we're actually going to see a whole variety of, like, different, like, I suppose you could say, different animal species and creatures inhabit all the worlds.
If you can find my friend Twitchy, he'll reward you for helping us out.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Right, so, first things first, gems make a return, so nothing new there. And pretty much all of them the same values. Don't you run away, although unlike in the first Spyro game, enemies that I kill do not drop gems. They drop something else, but we'll reveal what that is later. Ooh, a big old enemy. I know what to do with you. We've got a flame here, and you just released some weird particle. But once again, I will reveal what that is at a later time. I'm pretty sure one of those little enemies ran up here. Oh, there you are. Oh dear. You're not very, oh dear, you're not as brave as you think, are you? So yeah, the enemies no longer drop gems, but it's still very important to kill as many of them as we will eventually see. Oh, hello. You look like you're so shocked to see a dragon. Mind you, then again, according to, well, Ripto, looks like dragons don't seem to appear around here, considering he was completely shocked by the fact that, those guys that we briefly got introduced to, were talking, about, you know, bringing a dragon into this, world. Oh, look at this! A line of enemies. That was too much to, pass up on. I had to take that opportunity. Yeah. So yeah, there's already just like a lot more. I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot more going on in like the levels already compared to the first game.
Spyro. I'm a friend of Elora's, and she asked me to help you out. Whenever you find me, I'll remember your progress, like this.
Ooh, that tickled.
Means that if you get into trouble, I'll return you to this place. See you around.
Okay, so first a proper appearance of Zoe, even though I think she was briefly mentioned in the first Spyro game, at least in this Reignited Trilogy. So yeah, you act as a checkpoint, pretty much how rescuing the dragons in the first Spyro game acted as like a checkpoint. Oh, hang on, I'll save you, little buddy. There we go.
We gem cutters are a bit too short to climb these ladders, and it looks like you are too. After you learn to climb, come back to Glimmer to see me.
Okay, so that little sentence there marks one of the biggest changes to this game. We can learn new skills. One of which is climbing ladders, so unfortunately we can't climb up there, and that actually also means we cannot fully complete all the levels on the first attempt. Unlike the previous game, there'll be some levels that we can still 100% complete on the first visit, but more likely than not, a lot of these levels we're just going to have to simply come back to. But even though that's going to be the case, it's still worth grabbing as much as we can, just saves doing a whole bunch of backtracking later on. Okay, so I'm just going to grab as many gems. And yes, actually, grabbing as many gems is, I'd say, very important. For one reason, and if any of you have played like Spyro 2 or 3 before, either the original PlayStation 1 games or the Reignited Trilogy, then you'll remember this jerk right here.
Ah, you must be the dragon everyone's talking about. Well, dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a small fee to open the bridge. It will cost you 100 of your gems to cross.
Oh yes, it's the first appearance of Moneybags, and you better have a whole bunch of gems ready because he is going to show up a lot. Although, he's somewhat okay in this game, but that definitely changes in the third game. But I'm not going to spoil too much about it in case you've never seen or played Spyro 3 Year the Dragon before. Well, we've got no choice, we're just going to have to pay you.
Thank you, Mr. Dragon. Spyro, was it? You can now use the bridge whenever you want, free of charge. I hope we meet again when you have even more gems.
Oh, I'm sure you would like to see me again, Moneybags. Now, how about you give him my gems back? Also, I'm pretty sure you never had like a little animation.
Still here? Why don't you help the gem cutters, and they'll show you the way to Summer Forest?
I'm pretty sure you never had like an animation when you got flamed in the original PlayStation 1 game, so that's a nice little touch.
To get a good look around, press the action button. Try using action to look around this cave.
Oh, Zoe, I was about to clobber that enemy. What was it called? Just a lizard. Also, whoa, for a minute I thought I was... Okay, I'm just... wow, Spyro, you have got a very powerful arse if you're able to rotate 360 degrees like that. Man, you are so talented, Spyro. Anyway, get a nice look around. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Oh, there you are. Let me just get rid of you. There we go. Almost clobbered you into the wall, which is nice.
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizards. Please take this talisman of glimmer as a sign of our gratitude. This magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the homeworlds of Avalar.
Okay, so we just picked up one of the new collectibles in this game, the talisman.
Step through the portal next to me to go to Summer Forest.
Well, we're not going to do that right now because we've still got quite a few things to do. In fact, let's actually check the guidebook. So, let's see. So we've already got the talisman, which is the magic pick. 400 gems to collect, but as I said, starting with this game, we can't always fully complete a level on the first attempt, and I know for a fact we definitely can't fully complete this level, as I already briefly mentioned because of the ladder. But there are still a few other things that we can collect in this world anyway, including another new collectible, but we'll get onto that afterwards. Might as well look at the skill points while we're here. Yep, 2 pages of skill points once again. Just a few random skill points here, including one for one of the speedway levels, which is effectively what was known as flight levels. They're called speedways now. Anyway, let's carry on with this level because there's still a lot to see, and even now I can tell this is already taking much longer than a lot of the levels took for me to complete in the first Spyro game, at least in the first few homeworlds at least. Anyway, more lizards. Oh, kind of just plowed through a ladybird, or ladybug, however you want to say it. Of course, with me being in the UK, we call them ladybirds. And of course, Sparks can still eat the butterflies, just like before. Let's see. Oh, another enemy. Hello. Goodbye. So, you just unleashed a... Well, it will get explained later on in the game. I can't remember if you explain it, but Enemies no longer drop gems. Instead, they drop what's called spirit particles, which are used for things like this. So you know what, I'm going to let that gem cutter do the honours of explaining things. I'll get those gems afterwards.
Great! The Superfly power-up is active, and you can restart our gem lamps. Flame all the lamps quickly, and the big gem lamp will light. The power-up will give you enough magic to fly for a short time.
So we get introduced to new temporary power-ups, because in the previous game we only really had two. We had supercharge through the use of like the supercharge like ramps, and I suppose technically the super flame where you get like a kiss from a fairy. Now we get these like little portals that give us a variety of different power-ups, and in this case it is flight. And we get a whole variety of these different challenges all throughout this game. So let's see, walk through the pyramids to trigger the Superfly power-up, light the gem lamps with your flame, light all the lamps quickly. Curiously, it gives you a difficulty rating, but in all honesty it's kind of unnecessary. Anyway, nice simple challenge to begin with. Just light up the lamps. Yeah, the power of flight. There we go.
Thanks for helping me light the lamps, Spyro. A fairy gave me this orb, but I like gems better. You take it instead.
Oh, I'll take it. So here's the other new collectible in this game. Orbs. So as I said, new collectibles, as well as obviously the existing gems. So I'd say in terms of importance, yeah, gems continue to be very important thanks to money bags. And I'd say right now, talismans are the most important collectible right now. Because you're going to need them to, well, advance to the next homeworld. But orbs do become very important later on. They're not too important right now, but it is worth grabbing as many as you can. To the point that eventually orbs become more important than talismans. So definitely worth grabbing all the orbs or as many as possible. Anyway, there's still one more thing we can do here, and in fact I can see something going on in this cave. What the heck's going on? I think I have an idea what you're trying to do, so maybe I should try and help you.
These little lizards have eaten my entire crop of gems. I've tried hitting them with rocks, but they're too fast for me. You can try using one of my rocks. If you have any questions, just ask me.
Okay, sounds simple enough. Hit the little lizards with rocks. Talk to Bouncer for additional hints. But you know what? I think we'll be fine. I'm going to swallow it and spit it right at you. Ooh!
Nice shooting. Follow me to the next lizard.
I shot that rock right up up that lizard's arse there. Oh, I'm probably gonna need the super flight to go there. Okay, yeah, I'll follow you in a minute, Bouncer. I'm kind of like I want to grab that. I want to grab this gem before we go too far. Oh, and of course there's of course one major new thing in this game that I haven't really demonstrated yet. Remember in the first game that when you went to glide and when you pressed well, in the Switch controller's case X, you just drop down. Well, that has changed in this game, and even though we are going to get a proper explanation from a character later, this happens instead. We get the hover maneuver.
You can spit pretty far, Spyro. See if you can spit all the way to the lizard.
Okay, this should be simple enough. Right in the face! Alright, well, I guess we'll just have to follow Bouncer then. So yeah, as I said, even though this is on the Switch... Oh, hang on, never mind.
You'll have to aim. Press the action button to aim, then press the attack button to spit.
Okay, simple enough.
You can pick up...
Oh, no. I want to move away from you. Because the button to aim it's the same as talking to you, unfortunately. But there we go. So what I was going to say, so yeah, even though this is the Switch version of the Reignited Trilogy, I still think it looks pretty good. I really do think it looks pretty good. And it certainly plays pretty well. I mean, it's locked at 30 frames per second, but then again, so are most of the other versions. I thought I overshot that then, but I guess I was on target. Yeah, I think, well, unless there's been an update, the only version that plays it in 60 FPS is the PC version. So, all things considered, I think the Switch version is a pretty good version. Oh, there you are, you just popped out from the ground. Ooh, that's what you get for taunting me by doing just that. I can hear you. Ah, there you are. Right in the face.
Hey! You've saved my crop of gems from the lizards. Here, take this orb. Some girl with wings dropped it here yesterday.
Okay, I will gladly take another orb. As I said, they're not too important right now. But as time goes on, they will become just as important, if not more important, than all of the talismans that we're going to get. And as I said, there's still a few things that we need to collect in this level, but until we know how to climb, that's not going to happen. And spoiler alert, we're not going to be able to learn to climb until we've advanced to a later homeworld. So we won't be going back here for a while. So I think we're done here for now. Sparks, good old buddy. I keep seeing some flashing gems there, but they're on a ledge that we can't get to. So you know what? It's time to head back to what was it called? Summer Forest? And yeah, we get to still interact with Spyro on the transition between levels. And we can still do a roll if we wanted to. Nice. So, just like it was in the first Spyro game, at least in the Reignited Trilogy version.
No! Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Elora.
Hi. I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a faun, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir, too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
Well, there are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
Oh, I got a little lost.
Spyro's gonna help us collect the talismans.
I am?
He is.
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talismans? If you come across any orbs, they're important too. But I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
That sounds a little optimistic, Spyro, but I admire your enthusiasm. So, there we go. Another big change to this game is that there's a lot more cutscenes, and, you know, just storyline cutscenes as well, which is just makes things a lot more interesting, unlike what Spyro was just doing by yawning. No, it's interesting, Spyro. There's nothing to yawn about there. Anyway, so here we are in one of the homeworlds of this game, one of the homeworlds of Avalar. And unlike the homeworlds, and unlike compared to the homeworlds in the first Spyro game, there are no enemies here. It's all nice and chill. We get to have a nice little run around. Just like a nice little cozy little area. Also, another thing I should mention is I don't know how many people watching this have seen like either like a Let's Play of the original PlayStation 1 Spyro games, or like, you know, played it or seen someone watch it online, but I do like how in this Reignited Trilogy version that they've, you know, just redone the scenes just to make it a little more, I don't know how to describe it. It just, I don't know, they just reworked the scenes a little bit compared to the original games. That just makes it a lot more like hilarious as well, in terms of like, for example, when Hunter reacted to Elora saying the fact that Hunter couldn't keep track of his running shoes. And of course that cutscene, of course, is the source of the rather famous "I'm a faun, you dork" line. So yeah, in case you're wondering where that line came from, it was from this game. And you know what, that level took quite a bit of time to go through, so you know what, I think I might have to call it quits with this episode. But before we do, check this out. I can now swim! Yeah! We no longer, like, randomly get hurt or even die to any kind of liquid. Spyro can now freely swim around on top of the water's surface. But eventually, Spyro can actually swim underwater. Ooh, oh yes. Some big changes made in this game. And yes, I see you there, Elora, but as I said, it's probably best for me to end this episode now, because this has already taken me so long to do, just to do this little bit. But you know what? I'm absolutely fine with the fact that this is going to be a much longer game to play through compared to the first game. Oh yes, I'm very much looking forward to continuing through this game, and I hope you guys will be joining me throughout this little journey here and enjoying it as much as I will enjoy playing through this game. So, I think on that note, I'm going to end this video now. So, thanks very much for watching, everyone, and until next time, I shall catch you all later.